Okay, so if you like how your paste paper looks, the whole entire thing, you can just, and you don't really care exactly what your cover looks like or what direction it goes in, you can just fold this in half and use a half sheet of paste paper for this next part. So if you don't really mind, just go ahead and do that. If you have a certain direction you want it to go, or you want it to look a certain way, what you can do is you can just place the pieces of your cover on the paste paper and then just trace around it so that you have about, a 1/4 of an inch all the way around, and then cut it out. You can use a ruler if you need to, just to make sure that all of these are lined up, the pieces of your cover, the board book, so that you can cut a straight line. But I'm just going to fold mine in half because that's the easiest way. And then I'm just going to cut it. And then I'm going to lay it out so I can see what it's going to look like. So you want your spine to have about 1/8 of an inch gap between the spine and the cover on both sides. Then you can just add glue. Just go ahead and put glue around the edge. You can use a scrap piece of paper if you want. I'm just going to hold it because it is pretty thick and strong, and so it's pretty easy to fold it. Then you can just, do a little bit of an X here in the middle so you get some of that middle stuff too. Spread that out. You don't want to spend too much time on this because it does dry pretty quickly. If you're running out of PVA, you can also use Elmer's to do this. Okay, just go ahead and center it. Press it down. And then I have a lot of extra over on this side, so I'm just going to trim that off. Okay, so similar to the way that we did this before, I'm just going to cut a line straight across and leave a little bit, like 1/8 of an inch right at the corners. And then at the spine, just to make it easier to glue everything, I'm just going to do a snip on each side of that spine. It just makes it so that you can do the sections individually. That helps a little with the gluing process. And then using your scrap piece of paper, you're going to start to glue. So just start on one glue flap and add the glue. Then bring that up. And you can use your folding stick, smooth that out. Then I'm just going to move it down a little bit from where I had that other wet glue. Do the same thing on the other side. Fold that over. Okay, now here's where you need to tuck your corner. So I'm just going to kind of tuck that in a little bit so that when I fold this, it folds around the corner and I don't have this sharp edge sticking out. Whoops, I got a little willy-nilly with my gluing there. It's easy to do. And these last little tabs you just fold straight down. Okay, and now we're ready to put in our signature and add our end papers.